Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for GWBC Radio's Open for Business. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, broadcasting live from GWBC's Open House. So excited to be talking to my next guest, Rose Battle, with Ultimate Model and Talent Agency. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, I am so excited to learn what you're up to. Tell us about Ultimate Model and Talent Agency.
Well, Ultimate Model and Talent Agency is a full-service talent and modeling agency. We do a variety of things, including fashion show events. We provide the models, but we are SAG-AFTRA franchise agency, so we support casting for film and television.
So what's your backstory? How'd you get involved in this line of work?
I was modeling myself for many years, long before, of course, becoming an agent. And it was really a lot of my colleagues at Coca-Cola that saw the passion in me, and they said, Rose, you have such a passion for this. Why don't you become an agent? And that was 19 years ago.
Wow. And then, so did you start working for another agency, or did you just...
I was working with other agencies. I did pretty much all of it myself. I did, film. I worked for Macy's. I did print advertisement for Coca-Cola. And also, mainly for Coca-Cola, I did a lot of their trade shows. And so I was working in consumer affairs for Coke. And that was why they saw that I had that passion and felt that I should become an agent, that I would be a good candidate to become an agent.
So now, how has the talent and model agent business changed over the years with the advent of this film industry here in Atlanta?
Oh, well, it's changed quite a bit because, that Georgia's a right-to-work state, and then we have so many people that come from L.A. and other states to come to Georgia to work because of the tax breaks and they bring projects here. So it opens the doors, of course, for us and to bring in other talent that want to work and get into the film industry here.
But you're SAG-AFTRA.
SAG-AFTRA.
Can you explain the difference between being SAG-AFTRA as opposed to, since this is a right-to-work state? As a SAG-AFTRA, because for many years I was non-union, right? And
because it is a right-to-work state, I was still able to book talent on those SAG commercials and SAG projects because they still have the opportunity before they decide to join the union.
Right.
And then once they join the union, it just opens up so many other possibilities for them when they're with the union in terms of work.
So then how does it work for an actor to become a part of the union?
They have to go through a process, and there's a fee that's associated with becoming a union, and they have to have at least 3 speaking roles before they.
So it's speaking roles is the secret?
That's the secret. That's the secret. Getting those speaking roles, and then once they get that under their belt, then they go and they apply with SAG.
Mm-hmm. And then, are you finding more and more Georgians becoming part of the union?
Yes, there are more and more Georgians, especially as the film projects come to Georgia.
Are you still seeing kind of that, a lot of projects here in Georgia being filmed?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're pretty busy?
Yeah, we're pretty busy. And we do, because we do the commercial part of it too. I just booked someone yesterday for Georgia, the Georgia Lottery, so I'm super excited about that.
So now, what do you need more of? How can we help you?
Well, I need more models because I do the film. I have no problem because we're on some software that where we have several people that are looking for agents all the time. But the model industry part of it, because I'm a vendor for places like America Smart, that they have several. They have something called Market 5 times out of the year, where they bring models and buyers come from all over the world to purchase their gowns and their bridal dresses and wedding gowns. And so I need models that are tall. Those are like 5'7" to 5'11". The ideal model is 5'8", 5'8" to 5'11". And
they're hard to find?
2'4". Yeah, because the size 2'4", your average model is not a size. It's not a size 2'4". So yeah, to get those skinny models in that have great skin and great teeth and great smiles, it's the entire package.
So how do you go about finding them? Are you like scouring Instagram or social media?
Yeah, we scout. Sometimes we have something called open call. We haven't had one within the last couple of months, but we usually will have open call where everybody know once they look us up and see that we're a legitimate agency, then they'll come out and they'll bring, because we don't just do the models, but we have children. We have some kids that do Cartoon Network and print for Oshkosh and Carter's.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we always doing things too for families and people with disabilities and people that sometimes people that have illnesses like cancer and diabetes. We have those kind of projects.
Right. So you want to meet everybody, right? Because you never know.
Yeah, we want to meet them all.
Now, why was it important for you to become part of GWBC?
Well, I was in Coca-Cola's mentoring program, and they had a requirement that I needed to get certifications with one of the certifying agencies. And initially, I had got certified with the Georgia Minority Supply Development Council, and then later I decided to go with the women with GWBC because someone from Turner Broadcasting said, there's some strength in the numbers with women, and I found that to be an awesome thing to be with someone like GWBC because it's nothing like the womanhood and women-owned businesses helping other women-owned businesses.
And then have you found that to be so? It
has turned out to be very, very profitable. We just recently had a huge contract in California that came through GWBC, and I just can't tell you how much it has helped us not only in resources but also in the women that we've met that have been able to collaborate with each other and help each other in business.
Yeah, the community impact is real.
It is real. It is real.
Now, if somebody wants to learn more, have a more substantive conversation with you or somebody on your team, what's the website? What's the best way to connect?
My website is www.ummiagency.com.
And then they can find you on all the socials, I'm sure?
We're on the social media. Yeah, we're on all the platforms.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story today. You're doing such important work, and we appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here.
All right, this is Lee Cantor back in a few at GWBC's Open House.